All right, hey everybody, welcome. We are here at the Deep Powder House in the town of Alta. We're here with Jules, and we're excited to talk to her and have her on as our guest for another episode of Quivers Commerce. Jules, how's it going?
It's going great.
Good. We are at the Deep Powder House location, which is, I'm told, the first ski shop in Utah, opened in 1958.
1953, yeah.
1953.
Yes.
Okay, I read the website wrong, but that's even older, so more cooler.
Yes.
Cool. So you guys actually have 5 locations, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so 4 of those are up here in the town of Alta, and then you've got another location down along the Wasatch Front off exit 6, right on the way to the Cottonwoods.
Yes, that's correct.
And so does that location stay open year-round, and then do these close when the resort closes?
No, so actually we do close all of our stores now.
Oh, okay.
We did stay open for a few years, and one of the benefits of working for a ski shop is that a lot of us like taking the summer off, going on great adventures, camping, whatever.
Yeah.
And so after a few years, it wasn't really, working for us, and so now we close usually from Memorial Day to Labor Day.
Okay.
It just gives the 3 of us that work year-round a little bit of time to get out of town and chill.
Talk about work-life balance. You just get the whole summer off.
Yes.
Now, are you guys holding interviews? Because that sounds pretty awesome.
Yeah. We aren't holding any interviews right now, but in the fall we can talk about it.
Fair enough. Okay. Yeah, I remember. I know that I always drive past the big Alta Unimog in front of the Wasatch Powder House, and I see you guys have like big sales at the end of every season. If you guys need skis or you guys aren't just you don't just sell product. They do demos, ski rentals, boot fitting, and of course you can get everything you need here. So I definitely recommend checking it out. This is like the oldest shop in Utah. You guys definitely know what you're doing here. So
yeah.
Obviously we're excited to talk with you. Every time you drive through the town of Alta, you see the big ski shop sign on the side of this building here at the Deep Powder House, and that's where we're at inside right now. Definitely had some times out there on the porch when I worked up here.
Yes.
This is like very quintessential Alta here, so like we're very excited. So before we jump in, tell us a little bit about yourself. Where you're from, how long you've been working here, that sort of thing.
Yeah. So I grew up in Chicago, actually, and I've lived here in Utah for about 9 years, and I've been working at the Powder House the entire time.
Nice.
I came here after college. I was like, I'm just going to ski for a year.
Yeah, that always happens.
And, that's turned into 9, which I'm totally okay with that.
Yeah.
And, I work for an awesome business, and I've been enjoying it, and it's
Cool.
really fun.
So you've been working here 9 years.
9, this is my 9th season.
So you've seen some stuff go down with like ski trends or even just like operations at Alta and that whole deal. You've seen it.
Yeah.
Seen a lot of stuff.
I feel like I have seen
Cool.
a lot go on in the last few years.
So I'm assuming you ski here as well.
I do ski here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. And so was it kind of that East Coaster pipe dream? You're like, I gotta move out west. Like, what made you want to move here in the first place?
Yeah, so I went to college in the Northwest, and
Where?
really up at the University of Puget Sound.
UPS.
Yeah.
I'm from Washington.
Okay,
So,
yeah.
cool.
So I really wanted to go to the Northwest for college, and, I'm just not a city girl. My whole family is city, very urban, and so I went to school there, and then after college, I had a friend who was like, let's go to Utah to go skiing, and I had only skied here once. I think it was at the Canyons or Park City.
Sorry.
Maybe Solitude once when I was really, really little.
Yeah.
I had never skied Alta, moved out here pretty much blind with no plan, and I saw an ad on Coolworks that was for the Deep Powder House, and I was like, that's what I want to do.
Yeah.
I don't know, I just had a sense, I guess.
Cool.
And
Kind of on a whim.
a little bit, yeah.
bit.
The first day I came skiing at Alta, I was like, oh my God, this is amazing.
It is, right? Like I had a similar story. Like I moved out for a job, never really even thought about living here, and it's been 7 years for me, and I didn't think. Now I don't know how I would leave. It's so cool to be here. And to have this kind of scene, like 45 minutes from the airport, it's just like what? And so you can't really beat it. So I totally understand.
Yeah.
So tell us a little about your role here at the Powder House. What is your I guess not really title, but what do you do here for Powder House?
Yeah. So I do a little bit of everything. I definitely have a little bit of a general management role. I do oversee all of the soft goods and accessories buying. I do all of the hiring, training, scheduling, so a lot of HR. Also am our IT person. I'm not super skilled in that zone, but I'm really great at using Google. And it's just a woman of all trades here at the shop.
You do it all.
Which is something I love about this position because every day is different. There's no 2 days that are the same.
Got your hands in
me on
everything.
my toes, yeah.
Nice. Well, that's really cool. And then, so we're going to kind of jump into here about the Powder House business. So everyone knows like the last year or so has been pretty weird. Specifically, we're referring to COVID. And Alta closed early last season, which I'm sure didn't help. And, retail specialty shops not being able to be open or any number of things resulting from COVID. How have you guys fared in the last year or so?
Yeah, it's been an interesting experience. I think a lot of it has just been being able to change on a whim. Everyone thought it was only going to be a week or two that we were going to be shut down at first. And then, it became apparent pretty quick that we were going to have to make some sweeping changes. And so I think we did a good job with that. We cut back our incoming orders a lot this year. I spent most of the summer looking at our orders, trying to piece together, like, how do we take what we have left over and create, like, a cohesive offering for this coming season with, 50% roughly of what we would have been getting.
Keeping it kind of lean.
Yeah, and then we kept a lot of stuff where in other years we would liquidate it, and to save ourselves, we kind of went that route. And then on top of that, normally we would buy an entire new demo fleet every year.
Right.
And this year we kind of kept some things, kind of the same with retail, kept some things, got some new things, but we kind of have a little bit of a mix just to make it through.
Just having be a little bit more careful about the new stuff you're bringing in, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So have sales been less sales, or have you guys managed to keep it pretty good? How's that been going?
When we reopened at the end of April, we kind of had our sale going on. People were coming in a little bit, shopping. We kind of carried our sale through when we were open over the summer, and we sold, I'd say, a decent amount of sales stuff, which was good. It kind of like kept us afloat. We were able to get some good grants.
Cool.
We just opened our stores up here a few weeks ago when Alta opened, and it's been a little bit of a slow start, but we're excited to see the weather's kind of turning in our favor, and I think people will be excited to get here.
Cool. How did Alta shutting down earlier last season kind of affect that too? I'm sure that wasn't a great situation for you guys.
Yeah, it was definitely a whirlwind. I think everyone looks back on the last year and kind of thinks that. For us, even a week before, we were like, there's no way we're going to close.
Yeah.
And then, I got the call on the 14th of March. I was actually getting off an airplane, and as soon as I landed, my phone just started blowing up. I called Paul, who is our owner, and I was like, Alta is closing. No way.
Yeah.
But, we just instantly got into game plan mode, and we emailed all of our employees. We let them go, which was hard, but, we let our employees know, like, apply for unemployment today.
Yeah.
And I think because of that, it allowed most of our employees to get on unemployment early, and they had the benefit of that.
Got a head start.
Yeah, a little bit of a head start.
Nice.
And then, we just kind of took a few days to decide what we were going to do. We were waiting to see if there was a possibility we were going to reopen at the end of the season. And once it kind of became obvious that even if we did reopen, it was going to be in a much different capacity, we started kind of moving in that direction, shutting down, making a game plan for the summer, making a game plan for the fall. Yeah.
Cool. So where does most of your... So from your business, where does most of your revenue come from? Is it like product sales? Is it the shop? How do you what is the majority of your sales for the shop?
Yeah, I think the majority of our business is in rental and demo.
Okay.
And I think probably a lot of ski shops feel that way.
Yeah.
And then probably second to that would be our logo type retail, so trinkets, souvenirs. People love the Alta Flake.
Yeah.
We sell lots of t-shirts.
Yeah, you guys have like the coolest hats too. Like, love all the hats.
I actually designed all of those myself, so thank you.
What? We're here with a celebrity. Those are the coolest hats. I literally have like 3 or 4 hats.
Yeah.
I have the one with the plaid bill.
Love that hat.
That's like my favorite hat.
That was one of my first ones, actually, I think. Yeah, I started doing the hats a few years ago. That's been like one of my pet projects, I guess you could
Cool.
say. I am sad this year because I was not allowed to design any new hats.
There's
so
still some cool ones.
there's still some good ones.
I was like looking at all of them and I was like, I'm going to be careful in here because I'm going to buy way too much stuff. Well, that's great. We talked to another shop, Wasatch Touring down in Salt Lake, and they had very, very similar things to say, that a lot of their revenue is coming from being a full-fledged shop and actually working on skis and that sort of thing.
Yep.
So when it comes to sales of products, we've been noticing that a lot of independent specialty shops have been opening their own online retail stores. And especially in the wake of COVID, that has become even more popular. Has that been something you guys thought about doing, or not so much?
We have definitely thrown around the idea of doing an online store before.
Yeah.
Online stores are a lot of work.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of competition in that space. I don't think it's out 100% for us, but I think for the time being, we'll probably focus on our brick and mortar locations.
Right. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
The other thing that I wanted to touch on too is, so with stores not necessarily being able to be open, we've seen a big uptick in the popularity of this curbside pickup, the buy online pickup in store kind of thing. Have you personally ever used a system like that? Just not necessarily at a ski shop, but just in general?
Yeah, definitely. I would think it'd be hard to find someone who hasn't in the last 9 months.
Right. Yeah, I've definitely used it. I had never used it before, and then I just used it for like Home Depot. You can do that.
Yep.
It's kind of there and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But we've also, so our company we carry a lot of these ski brands that you guys carry, Blizzard and Technica and Vocal and that sort of thing. And what we've been hearing from them is they've been wanting to implement buy online, pickup in store in their operations as well. So in that case, it would be like a customer is shopping online and then they have the option to pick it up in a store. Do you think that would be something that the Powder House could capitalize on, something that might be helpful in moving product, just being able to capture a sale made online and then letting a customer come into your shop and pick it up?
Yeah, I do think there's a lot of potential there, especially for hard goods, so skis and bindings. With ski boots, we really encourage everyone to come in and have an experience with a boot fitter, be custom fitted.
Cool.
And that's, one of the pillars of our business. But I do think there's a lot of opportunity in that type of buy online pickup for things like skis and bindings.
Cool. And then, yeah, I mean, like even being up here, someone could be like, I want to have, the new Vocal mantra. Do they even make the Vocal mantra anymore? I don't know.
They make a version of it, yes.
Yeah. So they could be, I want the Vocal mantra in a 188 or whatever, and then they could pick it up here and then go ski.
Yeah.
How nice would that be?
Definitely.
That'd be very cool. Awesome. Yeah. So what we've done is we just recently started working on an option for brands to add buy online, pickup in store to their commerce solution. So. And this isn't to sell you on it, but if it's something you guys are interested in, it's totally free for retailers to sign up. It's just another option for consumers to come up and pick it up here, or whether it be at the Wasatch Powders. But we can talk about that after. Well, that's really cool. Yeah, so one of the things we've been doing is we've been developing an add-on for these brands to add buy online, pickup in store to their commerce solution. So what we think is that could really help retail shops like you guys be able to make a sale by just claiming the order. You've got it in stock. The person chooses your shop and just comes up and picks it up, and you guys make a sale. And so does the brand. And so that experience is really great for the consumer because, buy online, pickup in store is more popular than ever, especially right now. And being able, as a brand, being able to give them the option to do that, we've seen really helps increase, the likelihood that someone's going to check out online. So that's something that we're doing, and kind of what's unique about it is a lot of the times this buy online, pickup in store only works with like corporate stores. So if, the North Face, for instance, has a ton of North Face stores and they have buy online, pickup in store, but it doesn't work for independent shops that carry the North Face. So that's kind of what's unique about our situation, is that shops like you guys that are independent would be able to participate in buy online, pickup in store. So we can talk about that later. I think it might be something that could be interesting for you guys. One of the things that I also wanted to ask about is supply chain. We've seen that COVID has really influenced people being able to get product, that sort of thing. You mentioned you were canceling orders, but have you guys been able to get the stuff that you need? or have you run into any problems where you just can't get a certain thing that you would otherwise be able to get in the store?
Yeah, I think it's a mixture. You know, we did cancel a lot, but when I was in the process of canceling, I was also talking with companies and asking them, where do you think your shortages are going to be?
Yeah.
And I was trying to make decisions that kind of aligned with where they were going to have shortages so that we weren't all of a sudden with nothing.
Right.
One thing I have seen a lot this year is just delays.
Yeah.
You know, normally we would have had everything in, hung up, ready to go, usually by the first week of us being open. And as you can see here in the store, we're unpacking stuff today, and Christmas is next week. So, you know, everything about this year is a little bit of a roller coaster, but we're just taking it.
You guys are keeping scrappy.
Yeah, we've got a good system, and we're just rolling with the punches.
Right on.
Yeah.
So we talked a little bit about how we call it BOPIS. It's not a very pretty term, but buy online, pick up in store might be beneficial for retailers, and you know you kind of see the value in that sort of thing. Do you think even after COVID has come and gone, that this BOPIS situation might still have value for shops and consumers even after it's not an issue?
Yes, I do. I think, you know, there are going to be changes that are going to be, our world is different now. You can't look at this year and think that some of these changes won't stay. I think people will shop online more. I mean, already people were shopping online so much. And the convenience of being able to go online, pick out exactly what you want, know exactly where you're going to go and get it. I think that we're all becoming accustomed to those technologies, and so it's just going to become more and more used by the customer.
I think Amazon too has kind of spoiled everybody where they can get everything in 2 days. And that's where like we think BOPIS can really shine even post COVID. Like if a shop has something in stock and a consumer can just like drive down the street and pick it up, like that's the ultimate in like instant gratification. So that's why we think the same as you. Like it'll probably be a thing that's still popular even after this has come and gone. Kind of like working remote. Like our company is working remote, and it's started because of COVID, but now even if it's after it's gone, people have gotten so accustomed to that it's like going to be commonplace for that sort of thing. That's kind of all I have as far as like the business stuff goes. Thank you so much for having us here. We really appreciate the insight, and talking with small shops like this is kind of like refreshing to let us know that we're doing the right thing here, trying to help out and like connect people, and especially Alta has a special place in my heart. So the Deep Powder House is like quintessential place to be. So thanks so much for talking with us. This is Jules from the Deep Powder House. If you need your boots fit, if you need skis, ski rentals, gear, please come check them out. They are open, as is Alta. So go skiing and pray for snow.
Definitely.